Okay, today we'll go through this lead code question. Count the number of ideal arrays. Okay, once we'll. This is very interesting coding question. Here in this coding question, I deal with the multiple problems like time limit exceed, memory limit exceed, multiple kind of thing. So I will from the start. I will show you how I tackle all of the problem and how I resolve all of this. So first go through the problem statement. So that problem statement is that we are given a two integers like 1 and n and the maximum value, and which are used to describe an ideal array. Okay, so means we have to form a array of size n, and in that array max are having the max well all elements below the maximum value, means all elements are below and equal to maximum value, not element is exceeding the maximum value. And there is a one condition that each element of array of I is divisible by the previous element, means array of I minus 1. Okay, like there is one example also given that n is equal to 2 and max value is 5. That means we have to form an array of size 2, means in an array having only two elements, and maximum value means maximum value of that element should will be 5. So number of array means number of sequence, how many number of sequence we can formed in such a way, like if we take first element of 1, then we can form 1 1 1 2 1 3 1 4 and 1 5. Similarly, using 2 we can form only two sequence 2 2 and 2 4. Using 3 3 3 4 4 and 5 5. So what will be the total of all subsequence is 10. We can form maximum 10 arrays. Okay, so we'll discuss the first approach what I use here in this scenario. That my first approach is, let's start from the my first intuition, that I think that we have to form a array of size n and maximum value whatever it is. Okay, so we can just take the divisibility check, means just check, means using 5 number of how many number of means within that range number of elements are available which is divisible by 5, like 5 the max value is 5. Take, so using that 5 we can form only one subsequence 5 and 5. Using 4 we can form only one. Using 3, how many elements are there which is divisible by 3 is only one. Similarly for 2, there are two elements 2 and 4. So using that two elements number of sequence we can form 2 and 2 and 2 and 4, like that. So this is my first intuition, that will go through all of the element and check their divisibility check. I will try to more visualize. uh, just check using 1 we how can we check using 1 we can form number of elements. Using 1, first we can form only 5 elements, like whatever the that 1 1 comma 1 1 comma 2 1 comma 3 1 comma 4 and 1 comma 5. Okay, and one more also using the single element also 1. Now we have to check for 3. Okay, so the second digit is this one, this one, so we'll check for this one. So number of element we can form also again 5, so it will be 1 comma 1, the number of sequence which can be formed using 1 comma 1 comma this last one. Similarly, this last 2, this last 3 and this last 4. So we need all of that information. So can we form a DP also using that? So here I try to form a DP like this. So we can just start from this for one element from the last. So using that 5 number of element we can form only one. 4 1 3 1, 2 on, for 2 also 1 and 1 also 1. And you for n equal to 2, here we are calling n, this is n, and this will be the our max value. Okay, This will be our max value. So for two pairs using 5, if I using the 5 element, so using that, how no, how can, how means number of sequence I can form only one, and you use the previous information also. Okay, one. Using 4, how many number of pair I can form? Only one. Using 3, only one. But for 2, how many number of pair I can form? 2. And for 1 is 5. How I get this information? 5 by this, like this. 5 5 divided by 1 is 5. So we can form this all of these pairs: 1 comma 1, 1 comma 2, 1 comma 3, 1 comma 4, and 1 comma 5, all of that. Now this intuition that if we check for the 3, if our n will be 3, then how to update our DP array? So we'll start from the max value. What will be the max value is 5. So using that 5, we can form how many number of pairs? Only one. 5 5 5. Okay, this one 5 5 and 5 only. Similarly, we can check for 4, only 1, 3 also 1. Okay, because only one element is there. But now for 2, how many pair we can form for 2? How can we check? See, this using 2, we can form 2 intuition: 2 comma 2 and 2 comma 4. Okay, first, if for 2 we can form two pairs. For 2, for n equal to 2, when r n equal to 2, we can form this 2 comma 2 and 2 comma 4. And for this last digit, we can iteratively check how many more number of pair we can form. 1 second. So using that information, using that previous information, we can form also this 2, and the again multiple of 2 is 4. So we can form this 2 more also. Using this 2, we can form 2 to 2 and 2 to 4, 2 combination. And using this 2 and 4 also, we can get the information of 4. So whatever the information of 4 is 1, so we can form only one pair, 2 4 4. So we'll update the with the sum, what is 3. So what we have to do, we have to start iterating from the ith index, which is 2, and jump on to the next multiple, and add that till the maximum element, till all the elements which is divisible by current ith element under the range of max element. Okay, this is our intuition. So to solve the same, I apply the same approach. Okay, so let me just show you what my old submission. So here, this is the code. In that code, what I did, first I create a DP table of size, whatever the size I took, and I have to form a array of size n. So that's why here I am taking n rows, and for the column size I am taking the size of max value, and initially I initialize all the value by 1. Now for that second row, for this second row, this one I am talking about, this one row. The first one row will be this one, first one row will be this one. Okay, now I am talking about this one, this one row. So how can I update this row? I will iterate over the all from I equal to 1 to max value, till max value. So here I am updating my DP table by, if just check the number of elements within that range, max value divided by I. Okay, and only we can divide only half of that elements, so that's why I am iterating for the half of the elements. Similarly, after that I have to fill all the after that recursively I have to fill all the below rows till n. So here I started from n equal to I equal to 2 to till n. This first row I already filled. Now I have to fill the second one row. So till the nth row. So I start filling. So what I did, I started from the J, means I started from the left side to the right side. what I did here, I started from the left side 5. This when I want to fill this 5, this information, this third one information, I use this 1. Then for the 1, 3 is 1. Now for 2, first I take the sum of 2 and its next multiple is 4 is 1. So 2 plus 1 is 3. So I update it here. And similarly for 1, I took start from 5 and goes till the right and add all the elements which is divisible by 1. All of the elements are divisible by 1 here. So we sum up that and update it here 10 in this loop. So what I did, I started from j, which is, and here I am taking the j, started value of j by half of the value of max value, because the greater than value of greater value of half of value is not lie in that range, means no other multiple is available in that range. That's why I am starting from here. And for here, what I did, I just started and updating by the j, jumping to the next element which is multiple of j, and updating here means counting the previous state of dp. And after counting all the state, here I am updating the count mode. And when I counted all of the things in that, what I have to do, I have to just calculate the last row, whatever the last row value, 10 plus 3 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, all of the three pairs we can formed. So count all of them. So iteratively we can just iterate by all of the range and iterate that, add that. But here what's the issue I am getting? I am getting the time limit exceed solution. So I tried multiple things to optimize that. I minimize the range also by 2. I tried this mathematical operation also, that instead of iterating over whole range of max by 2, only iterate for max by 2, and after that you just took the mathematical equation, because all last element will be 1, so just take the sum of that. So but still it is not working. Then I jump on to the hint part. So I check what I have to do. So he suggested that just use the combinatorics help to get the answer. Okay, so let me just try to illustrate you what he suggested. Okay, so he suggested that using, we have to what we have to do, we have to find using n number of pair, and for size of n, how many number of pair we can form. So for that we use here Pascal theorem. This one, Pascal theorem, let me just show you. This one is the Pascal theorem. So for that, first we what we did, pre-compute the all combinations for size n. So iteratively we update that combination. First I show you memory update approach, where I get the this issue, memory limit exceed. Okay, in this issue I did the same, nothing is the difference. So first I update that. So update that all combinations, I took the 2D matrix of combinations, all combinations, and here I iteratively update the combinations of using the previous row. I update the next row in this format like this. One, the the next one will be this one, this one, all of the first column will be 1, and the next column will be the sum of previous column and the current column. 1 plus 0 is 1. Similarly will go down, this one, this will be 1, and this, the next column will be sum of current column, previous current column, and the previous one column. 1 plus 1 is 2. Similarly 1 plus 0 is 1. This one, 1 plus 2 is 3, 2 plus 1 is 3, and 1 plus 0 is 1. Similarly, we'll update the Pascal theorem, this all combinators. Using that information, what we did, first we limitize our here range, because only we want to create, only will create a array of size 14 maximum, because if we goes beyond that it will huge, and it will, as we also know that the range of maximum value will be 10 to the power 4, so it will lie in that only. So if we go beyond that, so no element will be multiple of that, the multiple of next element will goes beyond that range. Okay, so that's why. Now the max value, what we did here, we are just take the previous state, so which is kind of working like the dp of this table, this one table, which we previously stated 111, so dp of this. So after that we have to calculate the result. So using what we did, we are calculating the result for a combination of one sized array, one sized array. So how can we calculate it? This one, the sum of all elements of first column. So we calculate that. Now after that what we have to do, we have to check for all length equal to 0 to max length, whatever the max length. So here we limitize that till 14th, maximum it will be 14. Okay, so we'll start from 2 to maximum 14, and for each length we'll calculate the current matrix. So initially we initiate from the 0. Now what we did, we are here calculating the multiplication, means for each, like previously in this array what we did, like multiple of 2 multiple is 2 and 4. So for we need, in this current information we need information of 4 and 2 also, both. So we are doing the same, we are just updating here the number of sequence we can form for 4 and the number of sequence we can form for 2. The same we can update here, uh, iterating from 1 to maximum value, and while iterating just took the next multiple of that value, means I equal to 1, starting from 1, so started from 2, and next multiple will be, oh sorry, till the max value, and updating our current matrix. Okay, how we are updating? Like this, if we say our previous state will be 1 1 1 1 1 initially, and current state will be 0 0 0. So we start from the first value, like because we are taking the var value started from 1, and for 1 we'll start from the what will be our first multiple of 1 times 2 is 2. We'll start from here and update that current matrix using the previous state, whatever the previous state is. Okay, so like this what we did here, just get the current multiple whatever it is 0, and previous state of that value, previous state of 1 is 1, so 0 plus 1 is 1. Next we'll go up, then current multiplication is of next 2 is 1. So in that way we'll update 1 1 1 1 1. Now we'll jump for the next value. So what will be the next value is 2. For 2, what will be the next multiple of 2 is 2 into 2 is 4. So now we have to start iterating from here. So we'll update from here only. So what will be the value? Current of multiple is 1 plus the previous value is 1. So we'll 1 by 1 is 2. So we'll update here. And after the next element is not here, so we'll jump for 3 4 and 5 similarly. So in the end our current is look like this, 0 0 1 1 2 1. Okay, like this. Using that information we can just, after that we can find the our total result, whatever the result is. So how can we find the result? We'll start updating, iterate from value 1 to till the maximum value. Using that, means using that each value number of pairs we can formed. We we have to do in the end, what we have to do, we have to do the same na, like whatever the this last line last dp 10 3 1 1 1, we have to sum up all of that. The same we are doing here. So what we are doing, in the result part we are updating the result, and for current value like this, current value whatever the combination, current for current value whatever the combinations sequence we can form, and using the combination of previous state, using the length minus 1, that number of sequence we can form for length minus 1, the previous information we are getting from here, and took the multiple of that. So we'll iteratively update the result, and in the end we'll update the previous state. So why we are updating previous state? To reduce the space complexity, because as we see in the our submissions, we are getting memory limit exceed. So that's why, to prevent from that, instead of taking 2D matrix, we are using this, because we have to use last column, last row whatever it is. So that's why we are using previous and current, and in the end we are just updating the previous with the current row. Okay, but now still we are getting the same issue. So in the end what I did to remove that, if you see the difference in between the combination, pre-compute combination, we are using, previously we are using a 2D matrix, now we are using here only 1D matrix. It's the same concept we are applying here. We can iteratively update the row, next row, using the previous row information, but we are using, in physically we are using only 1D matrix. See, by updating here column J, we are using the previous information, and here also we have to get the previous information. Okay, but instead of using the previous state, we are just getting the current state and update the, after getting it current state, we'll update the current state. And to prevent from the override, we start from the right to left side. See here, j equal to I to 0. In that way, I think this approach is more clear to all of you. And as I already checked that it is pass all the combination and all the test cases, and we see how we tackle time limit exceed problem and memory limit exceed problem in a one only in a one place. Okay, thank you all.